that's the only way I'm gonna be able to make it is with Jesus Christ. I mean, there's no other way.
Finally. Okay, this is still Committee on Parole from Baton Rouge. We're still at West Baton Rouge, and we appreciate that. We're talking to Mr. George Matthews. Is that correct? Unmuted.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Matthews, what is your DLC number?
762837.
Okay, I need you to tell me why you're in jail and what you've done there to convince us that you deserve to be paroled a little early. You're going to be getting out anyway in November. Is that right?
Should be around. I've got one more class to take. I mean, yeah, one class this week, and I'll be finished with anger management, and that should put me out around, if I'm not mistaken, around July of next year.
Around next year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you got a year left in your sentence. You wanting us? Why should we let you out and not have to do that year?
Be honest with you, since I come here, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. In 2019, I lost my mom. 2 years later, my ex-wife moved to Minnesota with my daughter, and with depression, and I know it's no excuse, I started using drugs, and I got caught with some drugs in 2022. And ever since then, I was put on probation for 3 years. I had a 12-year suspended sentence, and I wasn't being responsible. I wasn't really using drugs throughout my probation, but I was not taking care of my probation fees or going to the class I was supposed to. And I've winded up coming here. And since I've been here, I've taken anger management, risk management, partners in parenting. I've always had a pretty much church life. After losing my mom, I got away from that some, but I'm back in church again, and that's the only way I'm gonna be able to make it is with Jesus Christ. I mean, there's no other way.
Okay. Well, they got a good program there, evidently.
Yes, sir. This is very, very good. Yes, sir. I've been working for a little welding fabrication shop. I've always worked all my life, but I've been working for Bayou Fabrications here in Port Allen for 14 months. And well, for the last month, my legs had started cramping pretty bad. I was diagnosed with peripheral artery disease, and I'm waiting on a doctor's appointment now. So I'm gonna have to see a vascular doctor for that. I don't know if they're putting stents in or blood thinner or what's going to become of it. But I got a 19-year-old daughter that's a sophomore in college, and man, I mean, when I come to jail, I lost so much of everything. First of all, I lost respect from a lot of people because this is something that was completely out of my character. All my moms and my mom and dad's stuff, my grandparents' stuff, my house is paid for. People moved in my house, stole everything I had. I mean, it's all material things, but it's a lot of sentimental value on things that can't be replaced. But I'm ready to get back out where I can be supportive of my daughter's education. Then I want to tell her so much, how important it is to put God in every decision she makes in her life.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How long is it before you finish the next class Thursday?
How long before you finish your next class?
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me, the way that we'll do this, let me hear from somebody from the place there. Somebody from West Baton Rouge, TWP. Ma'am, you still there?
Yes, sir.
Could you tell us a little bit about this fellow?
Well, he's of the three that you spoke to today, I've known him the longest. When I first started as a driver, I didn't really know all the routes. And, knowing this is an inmate and I'm taking directions as to where to go, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but he always showed me respect and, you know, guided me to where not just strictly on his own, because, you know, we have phones and other apps and stuff. He is in church. He works in a program that, I like to say I'm somewhat affiliated with. And he gives me no problems. Now, we do have 4 shifts. I can only speak for what I see.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate that and appreciate that admonition. Okay, Mr. Matthews, I'm gonna read something to you and you tell me if I'm getting this right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in 2021, you were sentenced to 12 years of hard labor. All of it was suspended
Yes, sir.
and you were given probation.
Yes, sir.
That was in 21.
Yes, sir.
Then in 22, and that was for drugs, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then in 22, while you were on probation, you were charged again with drugs and a stolen four-wheeler, correct?
Yes, sir. With possession of a stolen four-wheeler. Yes, sir.
Okay, and that was while you were on probation.
No,
Oh, that was before.
no,
that.
sir. That was after. Yes.
That's what got you sentenced to the 12
Yes,
years.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and then while you're on probation, you had some hot drug screens, but you were charged also with Schedule 2 and paraphernalia in 22 while you're on probation.
No, sir. I didn't have any. I never did while I was on probation. I never did take a drug test. And when I went to I forgot what it was called, Delta Recovery in Tallulah.
Right?
That was my initial visit when I went to do my paperwork. I told him, I said, I'm not sure if I could pass a drug test or not. I said, so, you know, I could, it may be hot, I may not. I said, that was my first visit there. And
Okay.
he decided not to give me a drug test. He said, well, I'm gonna take your word for it. He said, we're not gonna do that then. And I never did go back there. I didn't, and the new drug charge, I was actually clean. I had been clean about 6 or 8 months. I was on my way to work. My truck broke down. So I called a buddy of mine, had him pick me up. He had a female in the front seat of the vehicle, and I got in the back seat. We got pulled over for no tag light. When we got pulled over, she had drugs on her, but said I give them to her. And they charged me with the possession or the paraphernalia or whatever. I didn't have anything on my possession, and the driver of the vehicle even wrote a statement to the DA saying that I had no recognition of anything in the vehicle.
Okay. How long have you been drug free?
How long have I been drug free? Since sometime before 22, around 22.
Okay.
I come to jail December 2nd of 22.
22 is when you come drug, and you hadn't anything since then.
I was before I come to jail about 6 months before then.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Time frame. Did you take any kind of drug courses, substance use courses?
Yes, sir. The risk management.
Okay.
I've got a certificate for it right here, and I've got a certificate for the partners in parenting. And like I said, I've only got one more class, and I'll be finished with the anger management. And I don't know if this was faxed to y'all or not, but it's a letter from West Baton Rouge Work Release Transition Center. If you want me to read it, if you'd like me to read it to you.
We've got it.
Okay.
All your record here.
Yes, sir.
And so do you currently do anything about your substance abuse? Are you taking the NA or AA meetings or anything like that?
No, sir. They don't offer anything like that here. Just the risk management really covered as far as giving you the reasons for not doing drugs and everything. All that assessment. I mean, I know I've learned a lot from it. I'm glad. That's why I said it saved my life coming here. I'm a grown man. I should have known better anyway. But just the people that I hang around, you know, finding a better crowd of people to hang around and staying in church. That's my goal when I get out of here. As long as I keep my church life and keep to myself, I don't believe I'll ever have a problem again. It's been a really eye-opening situation.
Okay,
And I miss so much of seeing my daughter. I mean, I miss her graduating high school and just a lot of small things like that that really matter to me.
yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, that's all the questions I have. Okay, I'm the first to vote, Mr. Matthews, and I think that you've given a good interview. I think you've got over a year left. But I think that you are in a good place right now. And so I think that my vote is going to be to grant your parole. I
Thank you.
think but that is just my vote, and it takes another vote, or it takes two more votes. Let's be unanimous. So my
Yes.
vote is grant. Mr. Tillage?
My vote also is to grant.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Stapleton?
Mine is too. You did do a very good interview and you made excellent points of how you want to spend the rest of your life. So good luck.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. This is not part of my plan in life, I promise you.
Okay, your parole has been granted this morning at 12:11, this afternoon. And, but you have to finish the course that you're taking.
Yes, sir.
Say Thursday for sure. I don't know how long it takes you to get processed out, but I want you to finish that course.
Yes,
And
sir.
that will conclude us. Thank you for hosting us there at that facility. And it's 12:11 in the afternoon. That will conclude all of our business for today. We're signing off.
Thank y'all.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.